Hello, my hardcore heretics. Welcome back to another late night vlog. So, tonight, kind of another serious one. Now, let's start off with the topic. Violence. I know, gimmick. It's actually a light up board, but... hold on, I'll explain in a minute. There we go. It's actually a light up board, but when the light is turned on, it kind of actually just drowns it all out and you can't see it. So that's okay though. I think it's cool. I'll figure it out at some point. But anyway, so the topic today is violence. It's gonna be gun violence, but honestly, violence is violence. You know, you add a gun, of course, it's worse, but violence is violence. So the other night I was sitting here, just thinking about something. And I was thinking about this one kid I used to be pretty close friends with, and I started looking him up online to see if I could find him. Because he moved, haven't spoke to him in years and years and years, but I was just thinking about him for some reason, wanted to see if he was around, but unfortunately, he was not. There's one of my new kitties scratching up the floor, of course. It's my new thing, recording, just kitties all over the place, but anyway, I couldn't find him, but I did come across another person that I graduated with, named Christopher Miller. And with him, he was shot and killed June 30th, 2004. Now, the thing that really hits me about that is we graduated together in 2004. So I don't remember the exact date, but the earliest would have been June 6th. So you figure longest would have been 24 days since he graduated, since the beginning, the real beginning of his life and of being an adult and all the potential and all the good things to come. 24 days later, that was shot down. That was ended, and it sucks. Like, I don't know why it hit me. I haven't thought about him in years. We weren't particularly close or friends or anything. Well, I never had anything against him. Just we weren't really friends or anything. But I spent a lot of years in school with him, and just seeing that name again and seeing the news story pop up, I was just like, damn. I completely forgot about it, but it sucks. You know, thinking about it again, it really sucks. Like, I don't know, just really looking at it, you know, 2004, June 30th. That's what really hit me. It's like, that's when we graduated, man. Like, his whole life was ahead of him. He could have been a star basketball player. He was fucking great at basketball. He could have been a star basketball player. He could have had anything. And for it to end like that just sucks. Now, I don't know the story behind it. I don't know exactly, you know, what happened. But regardless of the reason, it sucks. It's like, that's what this world's come to, you know. And a lot of people I graduated with or went to the high school with, they passed. He's not the only one, but just someone who I went to school with and spent so many years of my life with. Like I said, wasn't really close with him, but someone that I spent that much time with over the years, and for his life to end like that, you know, like, he was a really nice guy. He always had a smile on his face, you know. Just for me, I love people who always have a smile on their face. Sometimes you got some people that can be real fucking annoying about it, but how can you hate somebody that's always smiling, always upbeat, you know? And he always had a smile on his face, and it was just awesome. And I remember hearing about it. I was in shock. I was in disbelief. You know, I didn't want to believe it. I thought that there's no way. And I think it was from what I was reading. I really don't remember the specifics. It's been so long ago. But I think from what I was reading recently, it was 4 days later. He didn't die right away. He was shot, and then he died 4 days later. And I don't know. It just affects me, you know. Just like I said, nothing I've thought of in years, nothing I've thought about in years, and just to come across that name and that article, it's sad, man, you know, it sucks. And I know I'm not the only one who's been through it, you know, obviously, all our fellow classmates, but I mean, I know this isn't the only situation that, you know, high schools across America, that this happens, and across the world, this shit happens, you know, somebody died, maybe not necessarily from a gunshot, but just people dying way too early, and it sucks. And for a stupid reason like that, for someone to shoot and gun down a person who's in the prime of their life, who's about to live and really begin their life. It sucks, you know. It sucks that kind of thing goes on. I don't know. I don't have a real point here, you know, just thoughts, because like I said, it hit me. I don't know. It just hit me reading it. And I know a lot of my viewers are people I went to high school with, so I know, you know, to you guys, if you need anyone to talk to, I know a lot of you people that were close with them. It's rough if you ever need anyone to talk to. I'm here. But, you know, it sucks. Just think about him. Give him a thought, because it's been a while, and like I said, I haven't thought about him in years, but he deserves our thoughts, because he was a great kid. Like I said, there's really not a point to this, just something I was thinking about and just something I wanted to share with you guys, because I don't know, it's scary. It's just scary, the type of stuff that goes on now, you know. You're here 1 minute, and the next, something simple as one shot, and it's over. And that could, like, for me, that could have been any of us. That could have been absolutely any of us in that graduating class. That could have been me. That could have been friends of mine, people that I did spend time with and loved. That could have been any of us, man. That could have been any of us. And just the thought of that sucks. Like, what has the world become? And I know it's not all bad. There's plenty of good left in this world. There's tons and tons and tons of good left in this world. And that's why that's what makes it possible to go on every day for everybody, I think. Just seeing the great stories and seeing what good is still in the world. That's what makes us get up and go and say, you know what, damn, it's worth it. There's plenty that's worth going on for. But we gotta stop and think about these things sometimes, you know. Because like I said, that could have happened to any of us. That could happen to anyone, even if you weren't in my graduating class or in my school. That could happen to you just as easily in any school across the country or the world. That could have happened just as easily, and it sucks. It sucks. And I know it has happened to other people. I know it's happened to plenty of people, and that's really just, it sucks, because who knows what he could have did, you know? He could have grew up to be the next star. He could have been, he could have been LeBron James. He could have been Carmelo. You know, he could have been a role model that would have pulled a kid out of a dark place and made them realize that their life is worth living. And however many days, not even a full month after graduating, that's it. That ended it. So, I mean, if you're watching this and you're in a spot where you ever think of doing that to somebody, just rethink your actions. It's not worth it. It's not worth taking somebody else's life. And if you're a person that you are putting yourself in situations where your life could be ended, or something like this could happen to you, don't. I mean, I know it could happen to anybody anywhere, but if you're particularly putting yourself in a place of danger, just think about it, because there are a lot of loved ones that care about you, a lot of people that care about you and love you, and I guarantee you there's at least one person that's really, really going to miss you. And you never know what you can do. You never know what you can grow up to be. You might be the person that changes the world. So, I don't know, I think that's it. I don't want to keep rambling on about it. It is kind of a deep subject, kind of a heavy topic, but it just needed to be talked about, I think. Just so you guys know what I'm feeling, but also if you've ever been there. And like I said, this was a great kid who always had a smile on his face, and he deserves to be remembered. So if I ever make it big, then his name can get out there, because he deserves that. And anybody else, if you watch this and you've had somebody, same thing, similar situation, whatever, just drop their name in the comments, because they deserve to be remembered too. They deserve to be remembered by a lot of people. And they can at least stand as a reminder to others what violence, not just gun violence, what any violence can do to people. So, I know, and I'm going to talk about violence and go play a violent video game, but I'm not even going to go off on that in this. That's a topic for another day, but violence in video games, not the same thing. Right? Republicans, not the same thing. Anyway, like I said, that's another topic for another day, but just I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's really not a lot to enjoy, but hope you guys thought about it, got something out of it. Drop me some likes. No dislikes on this one, please. That would be really terrible. Drop me some likes, some thumbs ups, comment. Like I said, especially if you have someone, if it's a similar situation, anything, even somebody died in a car accident, complete accident, whatever, leave their name down below. Because they deserve to be remembered. And they can stand as something. They can stand as a reminder to all of us to live our lives, because you never know when it's over. Share, because this definitely deserves to be shared. Subscribe if you haven't already. That's important. Tell other people to subscribe. Most importantly, don't just have a great day. Have a hardcore day.